All right, we're moving on to really stupid, minuscule shit. On the back of the Mark II bumper is this badge. It says, although you can't read it, disc brakes. It's a very small badge, and this is because the people in the 60s had good eyesight, and they could see this and go, whoa, this guy has disc brakes, he's gonna stop very sharp, I'll back off and believe in the tooth fairy. Okay, it looks kind of smudgy at the moment. That's because I have put in there good old pour 15, and when it dries, then I'll clean off the excess, and hopefully it'll be pretty. Okay, and this is how it looks now. Perfection? Yeah, maybe not, but I think it still looks pretty fucking good. What do you think? We'll see. Well, hello boys and girls. Now, whilst I appreciate that my wife hates me using that terminology, she hates it more when I do sexual innuendo. We are working on the Jaguar IRS, and you have seen many of my videos on the IRS, and you have followed them through. I just thought this might be an interesting one for you. These babies here are shims that go between the shaft and, come on, engage brain cell, the caliper. They're kind of odd, but there you go. These, as you know, are the parking brake spring tension, and this is the beastie here. Now look at it. It ain't pretty, is it? Look at that mess. But I'm sure those of you with hawk eyes have seen this. I have cleaned it, and I have just powder coated it using what's called a chrome powder coating. These babies are still pretty hot because I've only just taken them out, but with the finish on the metal, you know, there are limitations. You know, this side was good and smooth, this side wasn't good and smooth, so you get what you pay for. We're not going to spend hours trying to sand this down. It's just, that's not going to happen. Okay, you know, a nice shield here that has ended up, I think, looking pretty fucking good. Same here, pretty nice. We're not going for perfection, I guess is the right word, but we want it to make it look nice, you know. Oh shit, that fucker's hot, I gotta put it down, sorry. Here's another piece. Look at it, nice, huh? Now these pins here, they will all be cleaned up on my wire brush, etc., and so will these bolts, and so will these bolts. Now obviously there are only 2 per caliper, but I just happen to have them out. Then we move over here, and this is just from the caliper, sorry, the brake mechanism that I'm working on. Now you can see it's still pretty gungy, so that's got to be cleaned up properly, and same as this. Obviously there is only 2 of these required for each caliper. Don't forget these little things here, don't lose them. You know, they all belong and are needed. And you know, you got to clean these things up. You clean them up how you will. If you can do a blasting job, great. Sometimes it's just a little too aggressive for a little blasting job. So you have to play it by ear, guys. All right, just thought you might like to look at that. This piece of shit here is going to end up looking like that there. And I'll put it together. I may put a video out on it, but I don't know if you're going to be interested. So we're just going to call this one Jaguar IRS parking brake. Yes, guys, parking brake, not emergency. It's a brake for when you park. An emergency brake is a dose of diarrhea and you get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, so yeah, you could say, well, you only put it on in an emergency. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of true, but in England, we don't get into that shit. When we come up to a traffic light, because we don't have stop signs, you put on the parking brake. When you park your car, you put on the parking brake, which is what this is. Doing a hill start, you use the parking brake. It shows your skill and control of the vehicle you are in. Emergency brake means you have got into one hell of a situation, which is not a good thing to do. I'm sorry, this shit has come out so good. I'm so happy with that. All right, you know the old story. Get your finger out of your ass, get in that garage and do some shit. Good night.